Hello friends, Radhika Ravikumar here. In this tutorial, we'll see a data warehousing concept called star schema and snowflake schema. Okay, so this is the major schemas that we usually use in our data warehousing. So I have just googled and googled the star and snowflake schema, and I got this random image which is there in front of you right now. So you can see the shape of these tables are in star form, so that's why it's called a star schema. So usually what happens in star schema, as it is represented over here, the fact table will be residing in the middle and the fact table will be surrounded by other dimensional table. So before getting into star schema and snowflake schema, it is very much mandatory to know what is fact and dimension, right? So fact is nothing but the fact table will always contain the aggregated values. So what is aggregated values? As we all know the basics of SQL, we must be knowing about the aggregated things like sum, min, max, all those things. So whichever is represented in the numbers form is called as facts. That's all you need to remember about facts. Dimension is nothing but which will give a description for these facts is called as dimension. Okay, so for example, coming to fact, you can see here there are a few attributes over here like product ID, customer ID, region ID, all those things. All these are IDs. It doesn't give any kind of description, right? It just gives you what ID it's like 123 or some number like 407 is your ID, like that. So whichever is a aggregated data or a summary of this dimension, that is called as a fact, where it represents, you can see sales, profit, sum of something, or salary, all those things are facts. So coming to the dimension table, dimension, you can see the customer, time, region, product, everything is a dimensional table. So you can see this customer ID is a foreign key to our fact table, and also in the customer table you can see customer name and customer description. So this ID is given some description like to whom this ID belongs. His name will be here and his description like where he resides or whatever, like his address, city, country, all those things will be residing in the dimensional table. So that is what is about fact and dimension in a simple form. Okay, so if you want in more detail, then you can just go Google it. You will be getting lots of information about facts and dimension. Just I'm giving a brief what in a simple words like what facts and dimension mean. Hope you guys have understood this. Now coming to the star schema and snowflake schema. So star schema, as I mentioned, it is in the star form where the fact will be residing in the middle and these facts will be connected to a dimensional table. Okay, so these are the points that you need to remember when it comes to star schema. Then apart from this we'll just do one thing. We'll just leave it here and then we'll go to our snowflake schema. So snowflake schema, you can see this is a simple randomly I've got this picture and you can see it's something very different, but you can see one thing over here. If you neglect these two empty boxes and these empty boxes, you can see we are left with star schema, right? So snowflake schema is nothing but is an extension of star schema. That is what the simple definition of snowflake schema I can mean. So if you neglect these empty boxes, you are left with only star schema. You can see fact table, dimension, dimension, dimension. So this is nothing but similar to this, right? So the snowflake schema is nothing but an extension of star schema where it is more normalized. It's in more normalized form. You can see here we can see only single tables are present for each product or each thing, right? Like for customer, only one single table is present, no other tables are available. That means it's not in a normalized form. We know what is normalization and denormalization. Okay, so based on that you can see it is in the normalized form. So star schema is a normalized form, whereas snowflake schema is an extension of star schema, but it is in a denormalized form. That is what the snowflake schema means. And whenever you want to fetch some data from the star schema, it's very simple because it's in a normalized form, so queries will not be much complex, and you can write very simple queries and fetch the data. But coming to snowflake schema, as it is in the denormalized form, when you want to fetch some data, then you need to add some joins, and you need to do some subqueries to this externally, and then only you can fetch your data from this. So that is what is the difference between star and snowflake schema. So, and also you can see the fact table contains all the primary keys of the dimensional table into it, and these becomes a foreign key in the fact table. So that is another point that you need to remember. So hope you guys have understood the basic concept of what is fact and dimension and what is star and snowflake schema. What I'll do is in the next tutorial I will come up with the difference, proper difference between the star and snowflake schema. We'll discuss over there whatever we have discussed here also. Okay, hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. Please do subscribe to my videos and keep liking my videos, and share these videos along to your other friends who are interested in learning PL, SQL, data warehousing, ETL and all. So if there are any queries, then please do mail me to the mentioned mail ID on the screen, and I'll try to get back as soon as possible. And thank you very much for watching.